Stop playing in your face. What I mean by that is know who you are at the core. Know what it is or know who it is you want to be an example of, be an example for. Know the market, the person you want to be and attract, and the people you want to have around you. In this video, which is part two of the previous video of how do you know who your person is, how to find your person, it starts with you. It starts with you doing the work. It starts with you doing the work by understanding where you needed to be better, where you got better, where you will continue to be better because we're always evolving. So you're going to be continuously revamping, changing, rebuilding. But at the same time, there needs to be a foundation, there needs to be a core of who you are. And you have to put that work in. You have to write, you have to read, you have to watch, you have to relearn, reteach. There's so many steps to it, and it's going to be a continuous thing as you grow and evolve with the day and times that are happening. But the core of who you are is what's going to help you love yourself, understand yourself, know yourself, so that your person, when they find you or you find them, gonna know, they're gonna know how to move. They're gonna know how to come. They're not gonna play in your face because you're not playing in your face. You understand? So, like for example, for me, I like to use me as an example because I've learned so much and I'm still continuously learning. And I'm a person who likes to grow, and I like to be around people that I can learn from and grow from. So even with my person, they're out there. I haven't found them yet. I feel like I've come close and I'm getting closer, but I haven't truly found them yet because my person, we're gonna grow together. I'm gonna grow with them when I meet them on their journey. They're gonna grow with me when they meet me on my journey, and we're gonna grow together while we're on our journey. And just for me, I had to really put the work in with patience and with communication. Um, someone being someone I was someone that was very secretive, uh, habitual liar, as well as I just didn't know how to communicate my feelings and things like that effectively without getting an attitude. Or sometimes I was mad at myself when I asked certain things and I didn't know how to articulate myself to get my point across, or even remember certain details of certain things that were asked. And I was pretty much bothered and mad with myself, but it came off like I had an attitude with the other person. So it definitely pushed some really good people away. But at the same time, I probably wasn't ready for whatever it is I was believing or trying to tell myself I thought I was ready for, and vice versa. Because what I'm not accustomed to having is patience. Someone having real patience with me and thugging it out. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely have a great support system as far as people that have been in my life for over a decade or two that have seen me grow to the person that I am at this point in my life and who I'm growing into be. But intimacy wise, romantically wise, there hasn't been someone that has stood the test of time and like really like I'm locked in with you. I really want to build with you. Of course, you know, the intentions are there, but from my first marriage to my relationship with my son's mom to the ones in between, even kind of like the most current stint of trying to find my person. And it's just people's patience and people's wants and desires change when things get real, when things get tense, when masks start to come off or layers start to really peel back and real conversations are had. Because I like having real conversations. Like, yeah, we could learn what your favorite color is, what type of cuisine you like to eat, but when you've dealt with real trauma and real situations and you realize they haven't worked, and you start to understand why they didn't work. It wasn't just the other person. There's things that I need to hold myself accountable for and do the work, like, in which I did. I won't sit here and say, well, my relationships didn't work because such and such didn't do this and didn't do that. That might be a part of it, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is I jumped out the window into a lot of relationships. I jumped out the window into my marriage. I jumped out the window into the relationship with my son's mom. You understand? Like, I didn't really take time out to get to know them the way that I would the the people I'm trying to get to know now, or the person I'm trying to get to know now. Like, the questions I ask now, the way I articulate myself now, I didn't do that back then. So the way I'm coming now is totally different than the way I came back then, because I took what I needed to from those situations that didn't work out, from those relationships that didn't work out. And instead of becoming bitter and sad and angry and wanting to chastise and demean the people that I didn't have a relationship, I just focused on how can I be better, spending more time with myself, doing more, like talking to myself more, asking myself the same questions that I would ask when getting to know somebody. How would I respond to such and such if such and such happened or such and such didn't happen? If I'm not able to answer those questions, I can't really expect, the other person to be able to answer it, and for me to be able to kind of like truly understand or get with the program type situation. So, just for me, it was just understanding I like physical touch, understanding that I like to woo and surprise and be romantic. Some may call it simping. Well, hey, I'm simping, baby. I'm simping. For you, I'm simping. For you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I don't care what anybody else talking about, because at the end of the day, I'm in a relationship with you. I'm building with you. Um, you know, if we being intimate or sensual, I'm doing that with you. I'm not doing that with the people that's outside talking, oh, you should do it like this or you should do it like that. They don't know how you like to be touched. I know how you like to be touched. And it's not even just physical or sensual, it's mental, right? I want to be able to grow with you, with my person, physically, mentally, emotionally. I want to be challenged by my person, by my partner, you know, to be even better than the better I'm already better at. We're great and good at things, but what's wrong with having somebody that challenges you to be better dominant in those situations, or those things that you're already good and strong at, and vice versa. If we're constantly evolving, why would just speaking for me and a couple of other people I've had conversations with, why would you want to be with someone that makes you feel stagnant? Why would your person make you feel stagnant if you both are not evolving and growing and learning together? What's the point? And I'm asking, this is a real question. Please feel free to jump in the comments at any point during this video and share your thoughts and your input, and share some gems with me, as at some point I may drop a gem somewhere in here for someone or some of you. And, you know, just, through through a couple of people I've been involved with, is just I've grown in my communication, I've grown in my patience, and I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to evolve in those areas and other areas that I may feel that I need to work on, or I may feel like I would like to be even better at. I may be intermediate or expert level, and I might want to surpass intermediate or expert level and jump to master or jump to, you know, God level on certain things. And, you know, I believe my person is out there that will have the patience with me that I will have with them, will have the love for me that I have for them. Not to say that they have to do everything how I do it or how I go about it, but will honestly appreciate it, will honestly welcome it, will honestly enjoy it, will honestly allow me to be myself and the great individual that I am when they met me, and just become a greater individual for myself and for us as we build our foundation. We have our relationship and we have our union, our connection, and, you know, build off build on the compatibility part, because we got to be compatible. It's fine to have a connection, but can we be compatible? And can my person, well, not can, I know my person that's out there, when we cross paths, they're going to be able to stand on everything that they say they about when we meet. Hey, I see you, young, you know, handsome young man. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be confusion. It's not going to be second guessing. It's not going to be a lot of like, oh, you got a roster or you got a bunch of females you talking to or anything. It's going to be, we see each other and we focused on each other and nothing else matters. All that outside noise doesn't matter. What that person has and how they have their thing going on, that's beautiful, that's cute, that's amazing, that's demure, whatever the case may be. But what we building is for us. What we're creating is for us. Whether it's she understanding that I come with a child and she may not have a child, or she has multiple kids, or she has one and I have one. It's a blended family type situation. What does that look like? What would you like that to look like for you? I can express what I would like that to look like for me, and then we figure out that could be how that would look like for us together as a whole. Of course, it's a lot more. It's a deeper conversation than that. It's not just that, but those are the type of conversations I'm ready to have now. So whoever my person is, they have to be ready to have those type of conversations, because I'm evolving, I'm getting older, and so is my child. You know what I'm saying? So I'm intentionally dating with a purpose. I'm intentionally dating to have forever with my person. Not I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Like, nah, like I had my share of being outside. I had my share of messing around and playing around and not being intentional. And I learned from that. You know, the good and the bad, I learned from it. And just, you know, honestly speaking, just, there were moments where I was like, man, hey man, single forever, bro. I'm out here. I'm just gonna enjoy my life. I ain't gotta worry about checking in with nobody. I ain't gotta worry about monitoring nobody's feelings. I ain't gotta worry about but I ain't gonna lie, like your boy was getting lonely. Lonely days, lonely nights, lonely moments. Then I'm seeing new love, old love, and I'm just like, yo, I miss that. I want that. You know, thinking about the things that I didn't do in my past relationships that I could have done, that I could have tried to do. Or instead of me saying I'm not going to do that, I could have been more understanding and more in tune with who my person was at the time when I said those things. So now, the, my person that gets me, the person that really gets me at this point or later on, is going to have the best version of me that I've ever been while I'm continuing to grow into the greatest version of me and continue to grow into even a greater version of me moving forward. And the next person, I know the things that I could have done better or that I wasn't doing that I could do, which is, yo, get in the kitchen more instead of willingly willing to just work and spend money out on cooking things that I could cook at home. Yo, we could cook together. Let's do a cooking date together at the crib, you know, or things like I want to do more set the bubble bath and things like that for my mom when she come home from work, or whatever the case may be, or just because I'm random like that. I want to send flowers to the job, things that I've done in my past that I was really excited about doing. I'm ready to do all of that again and more, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing some of the stories and examples that you guys have, and things like that of what you're looking for, what you want, what you desire, you know the times that it didn't work out, and being able to, one, be an example, two, be able to share my story and my experiences with others and hope that it helps them on their journey as they continue to evolve and learn and adapt, and um, just continue to do the work that they need to do for themselves so that they could continue to do the work that they need to do for their person and their union when they're together, because the work starts with you. And then when you get into a relationship with somebody, when you connect with somebody for real and you guys are really on that journey, on that path of building, creating, and having longevity, it takes work. A lot of people are under the impression or assume that it's this fantasy thing. You want to everything always going to be a bed of roses and things of that nature, and that's not the case. You know, for some people it may be the case, for some people it may not. But it's just doing the work. The work starts with you. Do the work for yourself, learn yourself, and then you're going to be able to continue to do the work with your person as you guys build what your union looks like, what your connection looks like. And you know the work is never ending. Relationship, the work in a relationship is never ending. There's the base, there's the foundation, and then there's the rest of it. And with the rest of it, you just continue to work, love on each other. Love takes a believe you could do it if you really want it. I really want it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna continue to put the work in on myself and for my person. I'm gonna continue to be the example and exude that for what it is that I desire and I want, and for what others are looking for me, and seeing in me as well. I'm gonna be that. So I encourage you all to Continue to do the work, put the time in, put the effort in, whether it's journaling, whether it's reading, whether it's watching movies or documentaries, whatever the case may be. Your journey is your journey, and you take what you need to take from other people's journey or other people's experiences and apply what needs to be applied. Don't beat yourself up too much. Go through the motions, that's okay, but continue to show up for yourself so that when you find your person or your person finds you, you can continue to show up for them. Well, you can show up for them and then continue to show up for them while showing up for yourself. And then you guys are both showing up for each other. You know, don't don't get caught up on the opportunities that didn't work out the way you wanted it to or how you would like it to, and but continue to grab what is needed from all of those situations so that you can evolve and continue to evolve into who you need to be, right? I wasn't the best communicator. I'm a better communicator, and I'm growing into a better communicator. I'm no longer a liar. I started just spit, giving the truth, being honest with myself, then being honest with others, and working on righting wrongs. Righting those wrongs as much as I could, and I'm in a better place mentally, emotionally, physically, and my like I said, the person that I get to that gets to experience me in this chapter or the next chapter or the next phase or wherever they meet me at in my journey, it's it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be amazing. Just like this journey's already been amazing. Of course, there's been some thorns. There's been some walls I had to bust through or climb over or go around, but I never stopped working. I never stopped putting that time in. I never stopped believing in what I believed in and wanting what I wanted. And now I'm here, and I'm gonna continue to work, continue to enjoy, continue to be present, and I appreciate you all joining me on this journey as I open up, be vulnerable, spark conversations that I've had in my head for years. I get to talk to a few people about, whether it's family members or friends, coworkers, and you know, just build a community of like-minded individuals or people who don't have a community, people who are trying to find themselves and have questions, and just show up for you like I'm showing up for myself. So if you have any recommendations, you could drop the links in the comments. You could drop the title of the book or the author in the comments. You can drop a quote in the comment. Whatever the case may be, I would love to hear from you guys. So please continue to show love. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Take your time out of your day, out of your schedule to show love. I appreciate the texts, the encouragement, the calls. You know, I'm here not only for myself. I'm not only just showing up for myself. I'm showing up for you guys too. You know, I know what it's like to, you know, feel like you have a voice but not have a voice. I know what it's like to feel like you have support and not have support. I know what it's like to want certain people to show up for you when they say they're gonna show up for you and keep their word, and they don't. I've been on both sides of the fence with all of that. So I really know and understand what it's like, and I'm just only going to speak from experience, from knowledge, and also from a space of confiding in others and others confiding in me and giving me the green light to share our conversations and our moments that we've had with each other with you guys. So stay tuned for a conversation, the next conversation for next week. That one gonna be even deeper than this one, but it's just random. I think next week's conversation is gonna be on grief. For the past week and a half, that one's been one that's been on my mind to talk about because I've lost my mom, not my mom, I lost my grandmother, and I've lost my father, and I haven't really like talked about it. And you know, everyone grieves differently, and just the way that I decided to grieve was was different, and it also tied in with um, just me showing up and having love for myself and showing up and having love for others. So this will kind of the next topic will kind of piggyback off of this topic a little bit because some of those people that I had dealings with kind of were there the best way they could through those moments, and those moments taught me a lot on how I would like to show up for my person if they were ever grieving or things of that nature. So I appreciate you guys, love you guys, peace, strength, grace, and guidance. And until next week, you know what it is. It's Mixie, Mad Mixie.